Hi, Estrella. It's Rachel from Survivor 47. This cameo comes from your husband, Simon. He says that you're a huge fan and that you guys just watched the latest episode and that you're rooting for me to win. Thank you so much. It's so appreciated. I love the support. I love the excitement around the finale. It's only a few more days until we find out what happens. Happy holidays. Simon asked me to share a holiday tradition, and I don't think that this will come as a huge surprise, but my family, every Christmas, we go to my mom's and we have a 1,000-piece jigsaw puzzle that me, my sisters, my mom, my niece, and some of my brother-in-laws occasionally, but mostly they just come in and put a couple pieces and then walk away. But my sisters and my mom and I, we always do a 1,000-piece jigsaw puzzle at Christmas time. And every year it's a different one. And we sometimes argue about what the one should be. And some Christmases we've had like really easy ones that we finished really quickly. And then this one Christmas, we got one of those puzzles that have like the unorthodox shapes. Like it's like a really weird, it's not the normal jigsaw shapes. And oh my gosh, it was the only Christmas I can ever remember where we didn't finish the puzzle. And we have like, 3 or 4 days together where we all like stay at my mom's house. And we were all just like, we can't do it. It's too hard. And, it was a bummer, but we've never made that mistake again. I should practice those puzzles maybe, if I ever get to go back out on Survivor. But it sounds like Simon's an art director, which I also have been an art director in my career. I currently work in UX, but I worked in advertising for a long time. And so we have a lot in common here. And that you're Filipino and I am Chinese, but I'm from Thailand. So yeah. We're all in the same, we got a lot going on here, Estrella, Simon, me, and I am so happy that you're enjoying the season. I was trying to think of a little story to tell. So this last episode, they didn't show it, but I threatened Andy a little bit. And I did it because, I lost the challenge. I felt like I had to play my idol because I knew everyone was coming for me, but I really still was holding out hope that maybe I could save my idol for the final 5 and just use the block vote because Sue and I were voting together and we needed only one more person since I could block a vote. And so Andy, a while back, had told me when I told him about the block a vote advantage that I had it from that journey, he said, Rachel, you're my number one. And I was like, no, I'm not, inside my head. No, I'm not. Like, Teeny is your number one. But I felt good about the fact that he wanted to tell me that, right? And so I figured that meant I could trust him in the short term. Also part of why I trusted him for Operation Italy. Then he turns immediately, votes out Caroline. And I was like, what the heck, dude? Like, you went out of your way to tell me I was your number one, only to stab me immediately in the back. Like, what game are you playing here? And he was like, sorry. It's been fun lying and blindsiding people, but it's not been fun with you, Rachel. And I want to be honest with you, and I don't want to lie to you anymore. And I was like, okay, Andy, you don't want to lie to me anymore? Here's what's going to happen. So I'm going to block Sam's vote tonight, and Sue and I are voting for Sam, and if you vote with us, Sam goes home. If you tell me that you'll vote with us for Sam, I will not target you for the rest of this game. But if you tell me you're voting for Sam and you vote me out instead and you lie, I will ensure that you never get Sue or my jury vote if you sit at the end. Now, Andy's a smart guy, and he understands that if he gets to final tribal council, his voting margin is going to be very tight, and that he cannot risk losing 2 of the 8 jury votes just because he wants to lie to me in this moment. And that is part of why he was so forthcoming about the fact that he was voting me out. And it's also why he tried to jury manage me, right? It's because ultimately the threat didn't work in the sense that, well, it did work because he told me the truth, but it didn't work because I wanted to try and get him just to vote Sam. But what I felt good about was the fact that I didn't want to go through that tribal and then not have had to play my idol, and I could have saved it. So I felt like I did everything I could, even if it didn't work, to ensure that maybe I could save it. he comes to me and says, I'm sorry, I have to vote you out for my game. And I'm like, I understand that, fine. And so I guess all it really did was make me feel better about having to play the idol, because I knew I just had to. I had tried everything I possibly could. And so, yeah, nothing too crazy, but just more insight into how I'm thinking and why I was playing the way I did, and maybe give a little bit of insight into why Andy kind of started spilling about his game, jury managing me out the door. And then once he started doing it, kind of everybody else kind of piled on and started doing it too. And being able to take that to tribal and have everybody tell the jury how I'm a big threat was pretty awesome. So thank you again, Estrella and Simon. I hope that you enjoy the finale. I hope you have a wonderful holiday, and a happy new year.